everyone, I'm Marie Lockwood. This is Cakes, Cooking, and More. Today's recipe is a very easy mashed potato for a side, and it's just a slight difference twist on a regular mashed potato to give you something different. So let's see what we need. Okay, so for this recipe, the first thing we've got to do is get our potatoes ready. So what we're going to do is we're going to clean each of these ones in the sink first because we want to make sure we get all the dirt and any deposits and stuff off of them. Then we're going to put them all into our pot, and then we're going to fill the water to make sure we've got a little bit of room over the potatoes of water. And we're just going to boil them until the skins start to pop, and then we'll be back. Okay, now that our potatoes are done, and let's see, they're still a little warm. You can see that they've started to pop open, so that's what we're looking for. So now we're going to peel them all, rinse them well, put them in the bowl. Okay, now that our potatoes are peeled, I'm just going to get those mashed up. Now, it depends on you. Some people like really creamy potatoes, and some people like them a little chunkier. If you like them super creamy, you can use a mixer and get those a little bit, smaller. I like mine a little creamy. Jeff likes them super creamy, so we kind of go in between. Don't like them like soft like baby food, so it's a little too much for me. Alright, so what I have here is some Philadelphia cream cheese, and this actually has chive and onion in it. It's one of the ones they sell, and you'll have to determine how much you need based on your particular bowl of potatoes. The more potatoes you have, the more that you need. Mine usually take about half a container, but then I don't do a huge bowl of potatoes at a time. So it really depends on you. You're just going to keep smashing those and mixing them until you've got the softness that you want. And like I said, you can use a hand mixer and get it a little softer if you like. Alright, now I've got just a little bit of butter and a little bit of milk. Now you can skip the butter and milk if you want to go really heavy on the cream cheese. I don't like to go too heavy on it because I don't want the flavor super strong, but I want that chive and onions taste to it. So I just put a little bit of each. I use quite a bit more if I'm not doing the chive and onion. It really depends on what I'm cooking. Some of them, depending on what it's going with, the chive and onion just really doesn't go with it. Alright, so at this point I'm just going to take my spatula, and you can see that they're fairly creamy, they're fairly smooth, still have a little bit of chunks in them, and like I said, I do like a little bit of chunk left of mine. You just have to decide for yourself what you want. I think that's about right. And really the milk, the butter, and the cream cheese completely depend on whether or not you want a strong flavor, skip the butter and the milk and go heavier on the cream cheese, or if you want a really light flavor, go light on the cream cheese, put in the butter and milk. And of course it depends on how many potatoes and what size they are that you put in. Okay, so that is it for our show today. And this is just an easy way to change them up once in a while to get something a little different. And it's very cheap, same as usual, what you're going to normally do, and you're adding one ingredient. And it just switches them up a little. So I hope you enjoy them as much as my family does. Thanks for joining us here at Cakes, Cooking, and More. I'm Marie Lockwood. Have a great day.